Oh boy, oh boy. First dev video. Better make a good impression. Cool. What have we got? Camera. Check. Microphone. Check. Script. Where's the script? Well, good day, ladies and gents. It's fantastic to meet you. My name's Tim, and I'm the guy responsible for that little app on the App Store called iComics. iComics is a DRM-free comic book reader app for the... Wait a minute. That's not it. Yeah, that's it. That's better. A DRM-free comic book reader for iPhone and iPad. I originally started working on the app back in 2011, back when I had my classic iPad 1, and 256 megs of memory was considered a lot. Boy, I don't miss those days. I thought the premise of the iPad was fantastic, something you could actually use to consume digital comics, and while there's a lot of walled garden apps out there, there weren't any ones that had DRM-free in mind. So I thought this was a perfect niche to make an app for. And making this app has been fantastic. It has afforded me so many luxuries, so many freedoms. It's pretty fair to say the last 4 jobs I've had were thanks pretty much to this app. So I just cannot put into words how grateful I am for the whole app and how it's actually affected my life. That being said, the app definitely hasn't had the love it deserves lately, and it's something I want to talk about, so I figured I'd do a bit of a post. Normally I do a blog, but I figured I'd do a video post this time because it's a bit more face-to-face, a bit more personable. So the last year and a half has been pretty full-on. It's been so crazy to the point where I have just had no time to work on anything as big as iComics, and I'm really sorry about that. I changed jobs twice, I've moved countries twice, it's been absolutely crazy, and a lot of people messaged me being like, hey, iComics team, what's going on? And I just really want to say that there is no team, it is just little old me. I mean, the app is fantastic, I love working on everything, but at the same time, it is, for all intents and purposes, a hobby more than my actual main source of income, so on the list of priorities, sometimes a few other things have to go above it, and for that, I'm truly sorry, and I really hope I can start making some good progress on it from this point onwards. But the fantastic thing is that I'm finally in a spot where everything's settled down, everything's solidified, nothing's moving anymore. I've got tons of free time on the weekends now, which is so awesome. So now I'm hoping to do some really good work for the app and actually bring out all the features I really want to add. So what are my plans at the moment? Well, basically the biggest thing I've been biggest thing I've been researching all this time is basically a native way to get files onto the app in a much nicer way than we have right now. Right now, as I'm sure as everyone knows, is we use iTunes or Apple files to get files into the app itself. The problem is it's not great, it's kind of clunky. Getting it in through iTunes is kind of buggy, and half that's my fault, half of that's Apple's fault. I'm sorry about that. But the thing is I want to do is I want to make it really easy to just plug Dropbox, Google Drive, Box, OneDrive, and other things like SMB, FTP, SFTP. Just a way to just plug all those into the app and then make it that's how you can get files in. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm actually working on this open source module called FileKit. The idea is this is going to be a completely modular, open source, completely separate, so, you know, because it's a lot of work, so hopefully it can be recycled with other apps. But the idea is basically this entire UI level through down to the system level way of downloading files straight into the app. Once FileKit's done, I also have some bigger, greater plans for the entire app, but for the moment, let's just focus on FileKit. One other thing I want to do is I actually want to be a lot more transparent about my development as well. And it's a lot of effort to quickly go back and forth doing vlogs and development updates and things like that. So something I'm thinking of trying out is actually streaming my development on Twitch. Hopefully this isn't as boring as it sounds. And it also gives people the ability to come and see the magic, if you can even call that magic. But at the same time, maybe you can come in and ask questions if you're curious. So my new Twitch channel is twitch.tv/timxd. I also play games there when I need to unplug and just stop coding. But for the most part, I plan to try and make that my dedicated area for keeping everyone up to date with iComics. And that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you on Twitch. I'll try and keep everyone up to date with how the app is going. And I'll see you around. See you next time.